All right, so one of the things that I've been doing recently, playing a lot of songs that I've never played before because I've been playing with the Tim Andrews Band downtown, and I really enjoy that gig so much because the set list is so cool, it's so different. We did, and we do a lot of tunes like on the fly, and you just have to go with it and fly by the seat of your pants, and hopefully you make it through the tune and not screw everything up. But, and sometimes, sometimes it's not perfect. But anyway, so last night we worked on, we did I Just Died in Your Arms Tonight. The guitarist is Kevin Scott McMichael, who actually passed back in 2002, but he was a Canadian guitar player and a writer and a producer, and he was best known for being involved with Cutting Crew. And they had that #1 hit in 1986, Died in Your Arms Tonight, written by Michael Eads. And that song was actually nominated for a Grammy, and that band was actually nominated for a Grammy for Best New Artist that year in 1988. Terry Brown was the producer. He was a British record producer. He did a bunch of stuff. Interestingly enough, with the band Rush, he produced their first several albums from like 75 up until the Signals album in 1982. And then he produced the Cutting Crew in 86 and produced that song. And an interesting little sidebar is that he borrowed Neil Peart's Ludwig snare for that particular song, for that track. So the snare drum that you're hearing on that song from 1986 is Neil Peart's snare, Neil Peart from Rush. So interesting little note there. So anyway, there you go. So, but it's a whole lot more complicated than just that. I mean, the guitar player, he does a beautiful, like just all kinds of great. It's British pop. I think it's mid to late 80s. I feel like more than likely, just based on my limited experience of sessions and being in studios and working with producers or whatever, you can tell he's coming in at certain times, like he's doing these little riffs. The guitar player is playing those little nice riffs and stuff, but they're not, he's just very specific timing. And the very top of the tune, it almost sounds like a cello, but it's actually the guitar. And it's pretty cool. If you really listen to what he did, it's pretty amazing. I'm going to be learning this tune because there's a lot going on in the song, and I want to get some of the major things. That's one of the challenges, is that, like we're doing New Year's Day by U2. It's pretty cool, man. It's and I kind of got a I've got sort of an analog thing going on with my timeline. Yeah, it's a D bucket. I love feedback, man. I'll never forget the very first time I ever discovered feedback. I was in 8th grade or something like that. I had a Music Man 212 something HD Music Man. It was my first legit amp, and I think I had my Les Paul. It was a 72 Les Paul at that point. And I was at my friend Jim Garrison's house in Farmington, Michigan, the Detroit area. They had these basements, cinder block walls, and it was just cinder block walls and a concrete floor, and not much down there. And we were jamming in the basement, and I remember hitting like I just hit like a G note. And it caught it, and I experienced feedback from the very first time I experienced feedback, and super amazing. I'll never forget that when that very first happened. So, but anyways, I'm going to show you guys some videos of me trying to fumble my way through this tune, man. Thanks for tuning in, guys. If you're getting value, hit the like and the subscribe. Let's keep in touch. I'll keep you posted. Have a great day.